Alright guys, welcome back to the first episode for real of Replays with Revo. I started trying to do this series last summer, did a pilot, didn't really like the format, and now we're going to take a different approach to it. Hopefully it'll go a bit better this time and we'll do more of this in the future. This is the Summits match between EG and C9. Now this is not a cast. We know already, spoiler alert, Cloud9 wins. But this is going to be it's not too deep in depth, but a bit of an analysis as to how they won the game. So, gonna go ahead and look through. We'll breeze through the draft a second. We do see the Gyro Band out. That's one of the most popular heroes and one of EE's favorites. They also like to run the Bane a lot. Visages are strong, and they don't want Sumiao to get that Shadow Fiend. So they'll pick up the Chen for Big Daddy No Tail, and this is actually a pivotal hero moving into the mid game. Part of it actually being kind of RNG for the Chen. We'll talk about that in a bit here. But going on in. Sorry for the music resetting. It's going to do that when I jump ahead here. But EG starting off with Queen of Pain and Undying. And Undying was nerfed recently, and I'm not saying that's the reason EG lost. I'm saying this is the reason EG lost. They instantly respond with the Dragon Knight. They say, okay, you want to grab Queen of Pain? We're going to get a big tanky hero mid lane who can fight up against her. And that is pretty much how it went there. Just some standard bans. Lone Druid ban because they know C9's been doing that apparently. And EG will pick up themselves a Nature's Prophet. Now they see this push coming out from Chen and Dragon Knight. And they want to counter it with Nature's. They can already see Cloud9 doesn't want them to be able to push with the Beastmaster. So they're going to say, okay, we'll abuse that a bit. We'll pick up Nature's Prophet. The problem is, Nature's does not push as well in the early game as Chen or Dragon Knight. It's not like he just hits 6 and boom, he's pushing. And now, they've got bottomless mana for Dragon Knight Chen, and that can be one of the Chen's problems. Now EG pick up the Conk-Up, but here comes the real rat. They'll pick up Bone 7 Broodmother. Coming through now. And this is where things will get ugly. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say EE's PL that he's going to pick up in a second here does not matter, and it's a good thing they banned out the Naga because, as you saw in game number 2, that's what C9 wanted, and they dominated with it. But EG are going to grab the Axe, and at this point, you do not have a great lineup for EG. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's not often that PPD gets outdrafted, but I will say he got outdrafted here because he was basically forced into this Axe pick. Said, okay, we have a Broodmother, we have a Chen, you have to counter them somehow, and currently you have nothing. Conka could one crit the wave, but it's not too likely. 5 seconds remaining. Axe is going to be able to do that. Thank you guys for telling me that in chat. The replay thing is got you all Craigasm. That's great. This is the first time you've ever heard me cast. This is not my normal casting, but okay. Anyways, PL's picked up for EE. This hero actually does nothing through the entire game, so we're going to ignore it. And we're going to go look at the player perspective of Fata. Mr. Fata here. So, let's go ahead and talk about Dragon Knight. The big changes to Dragon Knight in 6.84 were 2 things. Well, 3 things if you count item changes. We'll get into that in a second. The biggest thing is Breathe Fire. It now gives a 20, 25, 30, 35, depending on level, damage reduction debuff. At first, it's just like, okay, well, it reduces the damage they deal. Sure, that's cool, but it's not that big a deal. It's a huge, huge deal for them. Because now Dragon Knight can control his lane. Previously, it was just like, okay, well, I have Dragon's Blood. They're not going to kill me. I'll survive the lane and then start pushing. But in 6.83, it wasn't enough to survive the lane unless you had a serious comeback mechanic. That's where heroes like Spectre were thriving somewhat, we could say, because they were able to just survive their lane. Okay, we made it through. We didn't win the lane, but we at least didn't lose the game right there. And then we'll come back. The problem is, Dragon Knight, he couldn't really come back. So, he just doesn't have that kind of mechanic. The buff to that means he can actually dominate his lane, much like a Razor could, in a way. Only he doesn't have to stay near them, he just applies a debuff, and that forces them to back up. It just says, whoa, get off me, bro. And I guess the enemy here is like, your breath stinks, Dragon Knight. Get a Tic Tac or something. The other big change is with the Elder Dragon form. I believe it's just the area of the splash attack. I don't know all the numbers right off the top of my head, but we do see that it enables pushing more. And pushing is a big part of this metagame. That's where they picked up the Chin. They've got the PL for late game push, but again, he doesn't do much this game. I don't think he's really critical to the strategy because EE didn't win this game, Fata did. The other big change is Silver Edge because it's really good. Okay. We're going to move into the game a bit now. No tail, apparently, saying you guys threw the game right away. And actually, you can see instantly they're coming out of the woods. Now, we do have Fog locked to C9's point of view because it is kind of a Fata point of view replay. We'll take a look at other point of views probably throughout the game. Keep in mind, I'm not controlling camera. That's why it's all jumpy. This is actually the camera of someone playing the game. So, it's not going to be silky smooth. But then again, I'm not going to miss anything that Fata didn't miss. Pressure's on from past Fata. He will see EG going in here. He's checking their starting items, something you definitely need to do. And then they'll instantly see there's a web up on the top rune. Now, just forget I said that, because for a second I was like, EG has a broodmother, but they don't. I'm just stupid. He knows he's secure here, because the problem with this is, you notice, we have Bone 7 here, who just went off to the bot lane. Now, I'm going to back up just a touch. Whoa, that's way too much. Still way too much. Sorry. Okay. So we see him go over here. He's going to check their starting items, and then boom. He's right over here. Now, where you are here, you've got a web down. The enemy are not going to engage. And if we go over to free camera for the moment and set vision back up or something. Why is it not? Okay, that did not. Hold on, I've got a bug here. It's like free camera, directed camera. Maybe it's only when it's unpaused if I do it. There we go. And I need to rewind again. Okay, the only vision they had over here was the Treant. The Treant, I'm assuming at least, should have seen the web is down. You can't engage into that. You know Broodmother's right there. She's going to get a free rune. Where is Fata again? Fata. There we go. Anyways. Are we back into the game now? Can we speed this up a little, Fata? Thank you, bro. Double speed here. Just for a moment. And he'll move into the mid lane. Now, of course, he's going to have his Breathe Fire ready. He's going to rush a bottle so he can really spam that out. We do have a pause from EE, Kale, etc., etc. Big Kale, Picnic, etc. I still don't get the Kale thing. But yeah, he already picks up the bottle. And we're going to see him go up against Sumail here. Now, Sumail is a pretty formidable opponent in the mid lane. Let's not discount this. But watch. Okay, he throws out a dagger, which does a little bit of damage, and he moves 16% slower. For Sumail here, he is now losing a lot of his base attack damage. He's actually down to 52 and pretty much even with the Dragon Knight. Now, he still has the ranged advantage, of course. But if Dragon Knight just walks up to him and starts trading hits, Sumail will start to lose this lane very, very quickly. Player perspective, please. Why can't I do that while paused? That's not fun. But of course, Fata is going to play back a little bit because he doesn't have the bottle yet. And of course, we can see he's already going to bottle crow. He knows he has to get a lot of men out, and this early bottle is going to allow him to do that. Should be able to get the bottle back before second rune. If he starts it right now, we'll see if I'm right about that. I may be wrong about this. 4K MMR, teaching 4K MMR. Sure, we'll go with 4K. That's what I am. But here is the problem. Hold on to your hat, Dorothy. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Now, Queen of Pain would not be my first choice to play Dorothy, but it's going to be your issue. Big Daddy No Tail. He's just found himself his first creep of the game, and it's a Wildkin. And this pretty much ruins Sumail's laning stage. And I mean ruins. It cripples it. He's already sitting 2 to 5 in terms of last hits. And not only can he not CS at this, but there's a tornado here that does quite a bit of damage. Now we're setting up for an early Magic Wand here because he's against Queen of Pain, a relatively spammy hero. And again, like you can just see, Fata is not even worried about it because he can see Sumail just getting run down by the tornado. And Sumail is, I mean, you can see by his mouse movements, he's kind of panicking. He's going to juke the tornado, but it's kind of like Lena, well, you can't outrun a wildfire. He will be even forced to salve up, and that's pretty much just because of this tornado and 2 breathe fires. Meanwhile up top, Fata just looking around. Now checks Quamp's items briefly, and does have the magic stick available, and actually the bottle was back in time for the second rune. So, pro tip of the day, you can bottle crow at 51 seconds, I think it was, with a walking courier, of course, and still get it back before the next rune. Yeah, learn something new every day, guys. Why am I using player point of view? Because we want to see what Fata does. Again, this is a work in progress kind of thing. Any suggestions would be very, very helpful. Meanwhile, up top, there's a fight going on. We're not paying attention to that code, so we're looking at Fata. As EG gets first blood. And now, everybody's like, oh my god, C9's so stupid. They're so bad. GG, EG won. But let's hang on here. And at that point, I was worried for my rares. I'm going to be honest, because I bet on C9. But Sumail is still losing mid by quite a wide margin. And for Queen of Pain to be losing mid is not an easy thing. We've got 8 and 3, being out-CS'd by at least 3 here on Fata. And this is only 2 minutes in, keep in mind. Now, Fata will be going straight for those shreds. We'll see Aoi come in here. And already we're seeing Fata have to run away. Aoi, he gets a haste rune later on here. Spoiler alert, etc. But it's not going to be too bad. I'm just amping up the speed some because this is just Aoi trying to make space for Sumail, who's already struggling in the lane, which will catch Sumail right back up on some CS. However, Fata walking right in. He will go ahead and breathe fire down a couple creeps here. And actually, that's Undying backing off. Face boots up on the Nature's Prophet, not a big deal. Keep in mind, Dragon Knight also has a bottle on top of this farm. And boom, as soon as he comes back into the lane, with Breathe Fire being the versatile tool that he is, he's back ahead of the Queen of Pain, who had just evened herself up with him thanks to Undying coming into this lane. Not to mention, he now has 6 magic stick charges that he can use for basically, that's going to be 90 mana? Yeah, that's basically another Breathe Fire that he's got ready to go in his pocket. It's basically a mango worth of mana. You're short about 60, but it works, is what I'm saying. Sumail, once again, is probably calling out for help. In fact, let's switch over to Sumail view. I don't know, because it's doing weird things. But, anyways. And you can see, he just throws out the Breathe Fire, and it only gets better. He's able to just magic wand up, or stick up, and do that. And he's only bottle crowing. This is the other thing, the other reason he's dominating this lane. He's not left for the rune once. So he's been able to stay in this lane and really assert his presence, which is exactly what you want to do as Dragon Knight. Now, Undying takes down EE. Oh my god, EE Sama so feed. Who cares? Nice Breathe Fire out there. Cleans up 2 creeps, and it does that. And of course, we're going to see Kale PPD lag. Oh, you guys too, because everyone disconnected. Haha, ho ho, shrapnel, blah blah blah, broken memes, we so dank, etc. TI5 continuing go. Yeah, we got it. And we're ready to go. Hold on, game. I was waiting for the pause to do... Okay. Back into it, though. Fata is still CSing almost the best of his team. Of course, Chin's getting Chin farm, so it's gonna be farm. But it goes back to that Wildkin. But still, I mean, Sumail's not doing too good. In fact, when you're sitting high ground in your fog as Queen of Pain, and you can't approach the enemy, that's a sheer sign that you're losing the lane. Just out of presence. The Sumail will almost die to just a Breathe Fire there. Blinks away just in time. And we also can see that C9 Fata is using edge panning. He'll pop the Dragon Form now just to get the hit off on the tower there, and then back up. No, I'm not too sure why he selected a... That was me that selected a creep. Kappa. Forget. Didn't happen. And just again, a nice smooth shift Q. Killing off the magic stick. But he's taking down this tower. He knows he's wearing it down with the corrosive breath. He'll just poke a hit. Force out the glyph very early on here. Gets his bottle back. And actually is going to go for the rune this time since he just got his bottle back. He's at the right timing. We'll be able to grab it here. And he's just going to look around because, you know, you're bored. You're at the rune. Okay, cool. Gets a bounty rune. That's great. More XP for him. But he's made great use of this Dragon Form because, let me take a look at it with free camera. It's already at half health. One use of the Dragon Form. 6 minutes in, you've got a half health mid tower, and Sumail is already losing the lane. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses here, game. And we do see Sumail almost getting killed here. But no, he's not actually getting a kill on Sumail. Winning your mid lane, obviously, not just, let's kill him. Let's win the game. We're about to get this to the breaking point where Fata is going to get out of control. We talked about the laning mechanics a bit. Let's go ahead and speed things up. Okay, so he's got his treads there. Pops the ult again to take the tower. And he'll actually go after Sumail and take him down. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Sumail still... That was too much. There. Breathe Fire, and the lethal damage from Poison Attack. That was the other nerf I was forgetting. Now, as soon as you come in here, Aoi is here. And we're in trouble. Because there's undying zombies around. You can kill this Tombstone, but it looks like Misery and Big Daddy are going to take care of that. He'll just swoop in, get the last hit. Try to take down Aoi, because he knows how strong he is at this point in the game. Go ahead and Q's up the Shadow Blade. Or the Silver Edge, rather. To go ahead and set it up. Meanwhile, he's just waiting for the rune. He'll TP up top to look for Universe. Now, at this point, they've taken a tower, he's gotten a kill. And this is game time for your Dragon Knight. This is when he's going to start rotating around the map, making things happen for the team. Let's watch. Are we at 1 time speed? Yes, let's speed that up a bit. We can also do slow motion replay. Actually, he's going to be greedy and go for the other rune, which is great. Actually, he realizes, okay, I'm being pressured by Fear, who's come mid lane. Still unsure why they picked the Nature Sprout. I think they were trying to get some push out of it, but their lineup is just not very great, in my opinion. He goes ahead and grabs the Shadow Amulet as well, but he's hiding it from the enemy team. You don't want to carry that around much, but apparently he's fine with doing that. You might need it. You never know. Meanwhile, he's just holding on to the ult. Trying to get that level 11. Already been level 9 minutes in, though. And if I'm not mistaken, Queen of Pain is level 8. So he's out-leveling her as well as, of course, winning his lane very easily. Universe, when in trouble, but you see, he just comes up to the tower, scares him off, and then hits it a couple times just to get the damage off. Doesn't stay long and tank it. Just takes a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, Bone 7's already got his Midas. He's farming just fine. And the team fight goes on. Fata, does he die here? Yeah, he does. So he's dead. Okay. But, let's keep in mind, his first life of the game. He's done about half damage to the top tower. He took down the mid tower. Took down another tower. And bot tower is being pressured by a Radiant team. In fact, it'll be taken down now by EE. It's still a pretty big advantage for Cloud9 strategically. Of course, they have a kill disadvantage. But you can see the gold's in their favor. The XP's in their favor. Even with only 1 kill, because they're able to get that map control, get that lane dominance, and go ahead and start snowballing toward victory here. And as a result, Sumail, he's not doing hot. He's got practically nothing at the moment here. We'll be TPing back somewhere. Fata moves up here. But it really doesn't have any fear. I mean, you've got 1,000 HP 10 minutes into the game. You're doing great. You got the tempo going for you. You're already pushing towers. The enemy team is feeling the heat. And they're going to smoke up now. Let's, hold on, slow down a little bit. So they will grab the rune. Not even afraid of, okay, do they have wards here? No. You need the rune, you get the haste rune. There we go. And they're actually going to spot out fear over here. Go ahead and dragon form. And actually get vision as well. Now, I'm going to be honest. I am not 100% sure how he got vision there. I think it's because of this ward over here, but that doesn't make sense at the same time. And I was watching this and saying, okay, how to get vision? Nonetheless, he did get vision. Gets the stun off, and this is a huge kill. Because Nature's Prophet just popped the ult in almost a moment of panic. They will pop PPD's ghost ship. And Quap getting hit pretty hard. Actually going to get chased down by Fata. And this haste rune really does some work. He gets 2 off of this. And this is, again, Fata just asserting his dominance. Saying, okay, I know I'm stronger than you are. I know I'm tankier than you are. It's nighttime as well. Let's go for a gank, boys. And, of course, Misery and Big Daddy doing that as well. It's actually a triple kill as he picks up Kunkka. I thought that was it. This is the point where if you're EG, you're like, oh my god. Dragon Knight is good hero. Because Fata, he's not bad at this hero at all. I believe he got the Shadow Amulet first for the slight attack speed. And here is the thing the BTS casters were talking about. The whole, like, okay, Chin sends you back, Coddle brings you in. It's 13 minutes in. They have 3 towers. 3 heroes on top with net worth. Even though they don't know this, they can probably feel it, honestly. At almost a 5k gold in XP lead. Things are looking up for C9 here. 4 and 1 on your mid Dragon Knight. And I've even called this hero passive in the past, but he's playing it very actively. As, let's keep in mind, we're close to the end of this game, guys. We're gonna see Aoi. Let's get taken down, like, hold on. Maybe not quite that slow. There we go. Okay, so we see a stun, a light blast, a breathe fire. A couple right clicks in between, but not much. And again, he's still looking around the map, getting information, checking items, etc. Gotta find a lucky regen rune there, honestly. Just to have that in your pocket and be able to spam out as much as you want. It's gonna make him unafraid to push the spot tower. And, I mean, just after I was saying, okay, they've got 3 towers, 13 minutes in. It's almost 15 minutes in, they've got 4. And, again, the rat tactics with Coddle. I liked Coddle Dragon Knight as a combo anyway. It looks even better now, because you're just taking Fata everywhere on the map. He's getting so much more use out of this ult, because he's not only able to push 1 tower with it, he can get to the other side of the map and instantly get a kill and do that. Okay, if Nature's Prophet is hugging trees and you hug the same spot, you can see him. Okay. Learn something new every day once again. Thank you, Morbus Mortis, for that. We see Sumail again. Stun, light blast, breathe fire. That's all it is. It's just a triple combo. PPD. Going on in here. And going on out, as he'll go down. Don't even look at the explosion. Now C9 are on ownage. Keep in mind, it was 1-3 just a few minutes ago. These are the only 3 kills EG's been able to get. And Shen just gonna bring in the whole army. They haven't been able to take a single tower, and they've got a Nature's Prophet, and they have a decent team fight to push with. Problem is, none of these heroes are online. I mean, you're looking at a Quap who has a point booster, and a Robe of the Magi. Like, this is just a value point booster? You're not even getting Axe? I mean, I guess Sumail is working on Axe, we see here, but it just seems random. Nature's Prophet with the Orchid up. That'll give him some lockdown, but that doesn't stop Fata. Although, obviously, his burst damage is quite high. It would be a double as Universe tries to run, but Fata, you can see, he's silenced up here. He's like, okay, I've already got my ult off. I stunned somebody. Don't really need to stun anyone else because I can chase down Undying. And Sumail's here. Okay, cool. But Sumail's afraid of him. He had an ult there, and had he known Brood was there, he probably would have turned around and used it. He won't even have the chance now. As he goes down, Universe is going to go down. They'll heal him up with the mech. And that's basically all she wrote for EG. Yes, the Rax will be falling here 10-3. And I'm pretty sure they're calling GG any second. Yep, that's going to be it. We're looking at a 17-minute game with 13 kills, 10 of those going over to Cloud9, with basically 9 in a row going on there. I mean, the new patch lets you be aggressive, but this is the peak of that aggression, and Fata really played it well, was able to just say, hey, I'm tanky, I'm going to abuse that tankiness. Problem, okay, well, thank you for just ejecting me there. I completely lost my train of thought now that we're out of the replay, but the problem is EG just didn't have anything to respond to it. Sumail is very item dependent on the qual. And I'll be honest here, even if Dragonite had lost that lane, as long as he had his level 6 and he had some boots, he'd be able to do pretty much exactly what he did there. Maybe not with the Shadowblade ganks as much, but still he'd be able to assert that amount of pressure on the map and do a lot with it. So, here's to Fata. Anyways, guys, this has been Replays with Revo, Episode 1. I'll do this again some other time, but not tonight. If you have any feedback, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments if it's on YouTube. Tweet at me at SBRevolution5. And, of course, don't forget to check out Truesight TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch as well. That's going to be it for me. I am going to stream on my own personal channel, and I'll host it here. Why not? Thanks for watching. Yeah.